Hey everyone, welcome back to L2 Games for another collectible unboxing. Today I'm joined by a special guest, my brother, Adam. How you doing?
Excellent.
Very good. So today we're going to be checking out the Star Wars, the Black Series Darth Vader replica helmet from Hasbro. This is the 2022 release based on the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, so it's not necessarily a new collectible. It's new to us, but you know, this has been around for a while, so not the only unboxing video you're going to find on this, but these are pretty hard to find. I guess depending on where you are, I've seen them go for as much as 450 bucks. We were lucky to be able to track this one down for MSRP, which is 150 Canadian. Anyway, let's start by having a look at the box here. So you'll see, like the other newer Black Series boxes, it has this 5-sided box with the corner piece just cut out here, and we've got this half torso art of Darth Vader himself. We got the side profile view of the helmet here. Then on the back here, we've got some of the specs. So just take a look at that. Now it says realistically detailed on here. I know a lot of people complain about the Black Series and say it's not entirely screen accurate, but for the price you pay, you aren't going to find much better collectibles than these. And there we have the front of the box, and you'll see here that the helmet comes in 3 separate pieces, actually 4 pieces. There's a neck piece that goes on the back, so not entirely accurate, say 3 pieces, but yeah, it does come apart like it does in the movies. So let's get this thing unboxed and you can have a closer look at all the details. Okay, pop that open there. Okay, so first thing we have just a little instruction manual. So you're going to need a Phillips head screwdriver to open the battery compartment and 2 AAA batteries to turn on the sound effects. So just a heads up for that. It doesn't come with any batteries included. And here we've got it packaged. So this piece, I'm assuming, is the cowl. Nice and wrapped up there. Gonna have to give a little bit of a shake to get that out. All right, and let's unwrap that bad boy. You could probably just put this on by itself and then you have your dark helmet cosplay.
I can't breathe in this thing!
All right, and next up we have the base of the helmet and the face mask. All right, whole thing is coming out. There we go. All right, so nicely wrapped in the plastic there to stop it from getting scratched up in transit, and let's have a look at that.
I mean, the first thing you notice is it is more silver than the original trilogy.
Yeah, so again, this model is based on the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, so it's got sort of this charcoal matte, almost silvery paint to it to give it just a little more texture. The original Black Series Darth Vader helmet, based on I think it was on the Return of the Jedi model. A few differences. It's got the glossier black paint. It also has the black lenses. You'll see this one has the red lenses. And when you look inside, those are very much red lenses. So from the outside, at a distance, you know, it doesn't necessarily look red, but yeah, from here, you can definitely see that without it being all put together. Okay, so there we go. We have the 2 main pieces here. We've got the cowl and we've got the face mask. So let's just have a look at the face mask a little closer here. Another one of the differences you'll notice between this one and the original Black Series, this one has a longer neck piece here, so it comes down a little further. Can make it a bit tough to wear, but you know, that's what they went with in the show, so I guess that's what we're stuck with here. And then you see up close, got these nice little divots in the cheek. Again, give it a little more depth, a little more character. What I love about this, and what I love about a lot of the more recent Black Series helmets, are the details you see here. You wouldn't necessarily see this when someone is wearing the helmet, but you've got these in-universe connector panels here for when the cowl gets sealed onto the top of the helmet. And I love that that is a design element that they've incorporated here, because again, not something you're going to see, but when you have it in pieces, it's something you'll definitely appreciate. And another thing to show here, and we'll just turn this part around, is on the inside. Likewise, you'll see details inside that, again, no one's going to see if you're not the person who's wearing the mask, or if you're not leaving it in pieces to look at. But you'll see here we've got all these wires and tubes. You'll even see the microphones connected to Darth Vader's voice box here. And that's one thing that I think Hasbro is really good at with the Black Series, is giving you very detailed, in-universe feeling replicas at a fairly budget price. Thank you. And then we have the cowl. So, I mean, not much to say about this one. I will say that it does feel somewhat flimsy and like kind of cheap plastic. It's a pretty thinly molded piece, and if you look inside, this doesn't have as much detail as you'll see on the face mask. But again, it's a budget collectible, so it's not necessarily going to be the highest quality material you could find. That said, the mask itself does feel very sturdy. It has almost a metallic feel to it, not quite, not so much as the Mandalorian Black Series helmet. But here we'll give you a closer look now at the lower half of the face mask separated. So there you go. And we can see on the side here, so we've got this back neck piece, and that's the fourth piece I was talking about. So you can take that off to get your head situated within the front part of the mask here. You'll also see here we've got the battery compartment, so that's where you'll put your AAA batteries and get the sound effects. All right, so we've gone ahead and we've put our batteries in here, so now we can check out the sound effects. So this plays a few sound effects. First one we're going to go through here is the breathing without the mask attached. So you'll hear it's got that really gaspy breathing that we hear from Darth Vader when either his mask is broken, or in Return of the Jedi when Luke pulls his mask off. Now, the one problem that I think both Adam and I agree we have with this helmet is that the sound effect button here is on the outside of the helmet, so it is going to be visible when you wear it. They've tried to sort of hide it under the neckline, and I appreciate that it's not in the most obvious place, but still it would have been nice if maybe it was at the back of the neck or something, somewhere where it's just not going to be as visible if someone's taking a close look at this. Again, that said, if you're just putting this on display and looking at it, appreciating it from a distance, I don't think anyone's going to be too bothered by the fact that there's, just a little button here. All right, so now we're going to put the mask onto the lower neck portion. And there you go. You've got the sort of hissing connector sound that plays when Darth Vader has his helmet put on, and again when it disconnects. So let's hear those one.
It is a magnetic connection. There's no snaps, so you don't have to worry about breaking anything, but
yeah. It does take a bit of force to get the top half off though, so if you're worried you're going to break it, just keep pulling. But, as always, be careful with your collectibles. Let's just hear these sounds one more time. Now I'm curious, what happens if we press the sound effect button while it's got the cowl off? Okay, so now it's just the regular Darth Vader iconic breathing sound effect. All right, what do you say? Should we get the cowl on this thing?
Let's do it.
Okay, so one thing about this when you're displaying it, if you've got it just as the face mask portion of the helmet, that's fine, it sits fine. But once you put the cowl on, the back of the cowl comes a bit low just because of where the neckline ends. So it doesn't quite sit evenly. So what they've done is included this piece here, and that helps prop up the back of the neck so that you can put the cowl on and put it on display. So we're gonna prop it up there and we'll put this guy on display for you guys. All right, so here we have it on head. All right, so here it is on head. How does it feel in there, Adam?
Very tight.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed too. It was a little bit of a tight fit around the cheeks. You know, it's maybe for someone with a little slimmer head, it's a little more comfortable. How do you feel about the padding too? Because I noticed when I wore it, it was a little rough on the top of my head. I don't know if you're getting the same thing.
It's not too bad, but not overly padded.
Yeah, it's just got a little memory foam sort of piece in the top, so not too much for padding. All right, why don't you go ahead and give us a 360 here. You'll see, looking at the lenses, you know, they aren't too red looking for people who are concerned about that, and the consistency between the red and the black lenses. They're pretty dark still. But yeah, it's a good looking helmet. All right, now I think there's just one last thing to do. I think there's some younglings around here that need slaying.